Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got some critical market information for you guys for this bull run, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, today we're going to be covering what's been going on in the market, some blood in the streets. I kind of predicted this a few days ago that this was going to happen, and sure enough, it unfolded here. I'm going to show you some things in the video that I covered over the last few days and what I predicted the price point we would come down to. Looks like everything folded out exactly as I had said that. Just luck of the draw. I'm not a chart expert or anything like that, but let's jump into it here. Alright, so currently we are just under that 2 trillion market cap. We came down probably to like 1.7 or somewhere in that range because Bitcoin was all the way down to like 49,000. ETH was down to, I think, 2,100 or maybe even lower than that. We just had a huge correction in the market, so a lot of blood in the streets. A lot of people got scared. I even seen some people on, on X and in Telegram and stuff saying that they're out of the game. And that's what these markets are designed to do. They're designed to get you to sell your coins so they can jump in at lower prices, buy your coins from you, and then pump the market up for the bull run here. No guarantee, of course, if that's going to happen, but that's typically what's happened in the past. We usually get a big flush out before we take off into the bull run, and hopefully the flush out is over, but we could see some more downside. So I'll get into that in the video here. At first, we had, and look at all the blood in the market here, just everything down right now. Everything's down over the last, few days. And I'm recording this last night, so, we could have crashed even lower than this by the time this video comes out because I can't record them the same day and get them edited and all that out to you guys, unfortunately, because of my work schedule and family schedule. But anything can happen, but we've had some blood in the streets. Look at these coins, 26%, 29%. 30, almost 30% on Bitcoin Cash, 25% on Polkadot, almost 30% for Chainlink, 30% for Uniswap, 33% for Near Protocol, 40% for Pepe. Some major corrections. ASI got a 35% correction. Look at that, 79 cents for that. Some great buys out there if you've got some coins to deploy into the market. I did buy the dip. I accumulated some more Bitcoin and a few of my microcaps that I've been watching and doubled my position in those. Objective Protocol down almost 37%. And these were actually down a little bit further than this when we were at the blood of the market. So things have come up and recovered a little bit since then. So, you're probably down 45 or 50% on Pepe and some of these other ones. So, kind of flushes down really hard, and then people start buying up the dip and recover from it. Bitcoin, back as of this recording at 54,000. I'm hoping we close above this level here and stay up above this level now here that we've had this flush out. We'll have to see what happens here. Let's jump into my videos from a few days ago to see what I said over the last week or so here. I'm hoping we don't break through this, but it is possible that it does. If it does, I'm expecting us to, hopefully bounce off the top of this wick here, which would be around the $49,000 range approximately. And then I said this on this video here the other day. If we were to keep on this trend down here and break through this level here of like 52,900 in this range, if we were to break down below this, I don't think we would get below this 49,000 level here. It's like 48,900. I think this would be where we stop and we get too much pushback and we start kicking off into the bull run. Now, this is just my personal opinion. I could be wrong on this, but I'm expecting us to keep on this downward trend for a little while and keep kind of going sideways in between this range here before we hopefully take off into a bull run. And I'm kind of expecting us to do that, maybe touch off from 50 or 52,000 as low as 48,000. If we come down any lower than 48,000, I don't think things are going to be looking very good if that happens. But you can see we had a lot of momentum here where we just smashed through this price range, and we haven't really come down and tested 50,000 again. So I'm kind of expecting us to come down and test the top of this wick here in this weekly candle as our low point before we take off. kind of like we've done at the top of this candle here, but this may not happen. We may not come down this low again. If we do and we kind of bounce off from here, I'm kind of expecting that to be the lowest that we would come down before we take off into the bull run. If we come down any lower than that, and that is like 49,000 here. So if we come down any lower than that, then things could be bearish, but it wouldn't be out of the question for us to come down and touch that. So that was kind of my predictions over the last week or so with what was going to happen here. So far, it's come true. I'm hoping we don't come any lower than that, 48,900 level, where the top of that wick of that candle was. If we do, it could postpone the bull run a while. Doesn't mean that it would be over by any means, unless we had a major devastating crash in the market. But if we were to come below that, I think we'd be looking at coming down to the low, like $40,000 range or something in that range possibly, before we would stop and get some serious support building and hopefully some market structure to take off again. I'm hoping we don't come down any further than this and we start building some support and start taking off into bull run, hopefully in September and October. We'll just have to see. Things are looking bearish right now, so it is possible that we come down lower. I really hope we don't. But even if we did, it doesn't mean the bull market is over. It just may mean that we have to wait a little bit longer. So we'll jump into the crypto fear and greed index here. As you guys can see, we are now in extreme fear. Like I was saying yesterday, I was hoping that we would get into the extreme fear. We are now in extreme fear. 17 is pretty darn low. Hopefully that's as low as we're going to go, but it is possible that we could go lower. But I am happy, believe it or not, to see that we are in the extreme fear mode now. So hopefully this is what we needed to flush people out for the market to get ready for the bull run. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully we don't come down lower, but it is a possibility. But we are now in extreme fear with the crypto fear and greed index. So I think that is good. Just depends on how long we stay here now. As you can see here, it is possible that we come down for a while yet before we take off. But hopefully we don't. Hopefully we'll start to recover here. It depends on what happens. We're going to see now, there's some rumors that the Fed is going to do an emergency meeting to lower the interest rates. I don't know if that's true or not. Still waiting for confirmation on whether that's going to happen or not and whether that's true. Maybe we already know about that by the time this video comes out. Last I heard, it was just a rumor, nothing confirmed. But I did see some people commenting out there that it was true. I don't know if it is for sure or not yet. So we'll have to wait and see here. Hopefully they start lowering interest rates to get us out of this mess before things get too bearish in the markets. The stock market's not doing very well. It's starting to crash. And Japan had a major crash in their markets as well. Some of the stock exchanges actually shut down for a while and stopped trading. Some of them said they stopped because there was basically too much traffic that caused them to crash. But my prediction is they stop trading so people can get liquidated and lose their stop losses. That's what happens. That's why you don't want to rely on any stop losses, because exchanges, even in stocks, crash. They shut down and your stop losses do not hit and your coin crashes, to as low as it goes, and you can get liquidated and get stopped out. So be careful out there. Do not rely on stop losses. There's people out there that are going to tell you to use stop losses. They don't always work. When we get crashes in the market and the exchange goes down that you have your funds on, you do not hit your stop loss and you lose your funds. So keep that in mind if you get stopped out. So be careful. Don't use leverage, in my opinion, unless you're using light leverage. A few X is fine in some cases. But if you start using, 10, 20, 100X leverage, you're asking for yourself to get liquidated at some point, because it is very risky. So keep that in mind. But we'll have to see how this plays out here. I was expecting this correction. I had a buy order in for Bitcoin. It hit my buy order. I am now officially a whole coiner, as they say. I've finally accumulated a full Bitcoin, as one of my main goals was to hit a full Bitcoin before we took off into this bull run, and I've successfully done that. So I'm extremely happy that happened. I'm not trying to brag. I took money out of our savings to do this, and I was hoping we were going to be able to at some point, but I was waiting for us to at least come down to 54,000 before I bought more, and that it hit my buy order. Now I've got a full Bitcoin in my portfolio, so I'm happy about that. And I'm probably just going to hang on to that forever for the most part, because I'm expecting Bitcoin to eventually get into 6 and 7 figures at some point in the future here. Maybe a while before that happens, but even if we come down lower, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think long term, Bitcoin is the way to go. And my main goal for this bull run is to make as much profits as I can, so I can, put some in savings, maybe, upgrade our house with it to a new home and put the equity from our home into it, and hopefully get some more Bitcoin for the long term. Is kind of my goals for this bull run here if we get one. So hopefully we'll cross our fingers and hope that we get a bull run at the end of this year and into 2025. But looks like so far my predictions have played out. I was telling everybody we were going to get a correction at some point. It was going to be painful, and people were telling me, "Oh, Dean, we're going to be at $100,000 Bitcoin by September." And I said, no. It's possible, but I'm expecting a correction over the summer. And here we are. That correction has happened, just like it's happened a lot of other times in crypto. I think this was kind of like our pre-halving correction, but it was post-halving, just because of the Bitcoin ETFs pushed everything up earlier, and we had some big inflows into Bitcoin over the course of the beginning of this year due to the ETF news and that's what happened. And we got this correction later than we normally do. Normally it happens before the halving. This time it happened after the halving because of the ETF. So I think it's just kind of pushed things out and delayed things more. So even if we do get a delayed bull run, I think we're still on track for a bull run. I think it just might have gotten shifted over, a few months or so based off from the ETF and what happened with that. So we'll have to see what happens here. Every cycle is a little different. We just got to wait and see what it does and play accordingly. And hopefully we get a bull run later this year and into 2025. Make sure you're taking out your profits on the way up if that happens, guys. And that's pretty much what I got for this video. Hope you liked it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And we'll see you on the next video.
Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. Tell me.